How did the Egyptians preserve mummies? A mummy is a dead body embalmed or treated for burial with preservatives. The word mummy comes from the Arabic word mummaya, which means a body preceded by wax or tar. Preserving mummies was a popular practice in the ancient Egypt. Do you know why the Egyptians wanted to preserve the body of the dead? The Egyptians believed in life after death, and so they wanted to prepare for it. They thought of the soul as a bird with human face that could fly around by day but must return to the dead body at night for the fear of evil spirits. The body was therefore preserved after death so that the soul could recognize it and know which tomb to enter. Before about 3000 BC, the Egyptians used to bury their dead in a curled-up position in the hot sand of the desert. The sand preserved the bodies. Later, important persons were buried in tombs cut from the rocks. But the pyramids and rock tombs were not so dry as the desert sand, and moisture could have spoiled the body. So they had to develop some way of preserving the bodies in the tombs. This is why they developed the art of mummification. The process of mummy preservation varied from age to age. When a person dies, some of the internal organs like brain, digestive system and lungs were removed. These were preserved separately and placed in 4 vases called canopic jars. Later they were replaced in the body. Then the body was treated with salts. The salts, put inside the body, acted with the dry desert air to take out the moisture from the body. Once dried, the body was bathed, rubbed with resin from pine trees and wrapped in hundreds of meters of linen. This whole process took about 70 days. In the meantime, the special case for the mummy was made by carpenters. If the man was rich and important, a number of mummy cases were made, each one fitting closely in the other. Artists decorated the cases with many bright colors. The walls of the tomb were decorated with tents and pictures which told the story of the man's life. Then, all that had made the dead comfortable in his lifetime was collected. These things were placed in his tomb. And in this way, the Egyptians believed they had prepared the man for his next life. Egyptians also believed that certain animals, like cat etc., were also sacred. These animals were also mummified and buried in animal cemeteries.